Hi guys, this is Sylvie from Pilates and Yoga with Sylvie. Today we're going to do another Pilates warm up, something different from the previous one. You can still use it before every video on the playlist. So whenever you're ready, we're going to start in your Pilates seated position. So you can stand at the front of your mat or in the middle of your mat, wherever you feel comfortable. Allow your feet to find that position with the feet underneath your knees, your hips, your shoulders. Stand up really nice and tall. Think about that neutral spine and neutral pelvis position. Take a nice big shoulder roll, reset your shoulders. And just have a little check-in as you press down through the feet. Check that your toes are separated, making sure that the inner arch is not falling in. You got that little sense of strength in the legs, a bit of softness in the knees. And the arms just hanging by the side of your body, nice and weightless. The shoulders releasing away, the chin is just a bit away from the chest, your body is elongated up towards the ceiling. And then as you're breathing in, find the breath coming in towards the rib cage and on the side of the body to open up, and then breathing out through the mouth. So as we talked about the previous video in your previous warm-up, that's your lateral thoracic breathing. Make sure that you drive the breath into the rib cage throughout your class. And then just one more engagement or one more check, that's your abdominal. So imagine you got a red dot between the two hip bones and then also between the pubic bone and the belly button. So wherever the two lines meet, there is a red dot right in the middle. You're going to suck that red dot in towards the middle as you breathe in, and then release the belly button away as you're breathing out. Good. Next time as you breathe in, pull the belly button nice and strong in. Feel that engagement, the red dot coming in towards the midline. On the release, you release 50% and a little bit more. So there's always a bit of engagement left in the belly, so you're not completely releasing the tension in there. You're going to keep the tension all the way through your session. So let's go ahead and start with a bit of movement. Next time, breathing in, and then as you breathe out, bend your knees, let your hips sink back and reach the arms out in front of you. Let your arms relax down and bring the hips back, and do that again. Pressing the hips back and then lifting back the center. It's a very gentle movement. The knee comes pushing towards the knee, towards the toes, and you feel that engagement in your core. As you dip forward, you have to brace your core a little harder. Great job. Next time, just push back and hold it there for a little bit longer. Let your palms face down towards the floor if you need to come up a little higher. Good. Your right hand going to push back. And then as you bring your right arm up, bring the left arm behind. So think about strong engagement. You're going to start to feel a bit of engagement starting to develop in your legs, in your thighs. One more time. Great job. Hold it here. Bring the right arm back and release back to center. Great work. So shake your legs out if you need to. Go one more quick round, this time adding a bit of work through the ankles. So breathing in, breathe out and push your hips back. Good job. So next time you're going to push your hips back. Stay here. Let your right heel lift off the ground. Keep the knee facing forward. And then pick up your left heel. Do that again. If your arms are too much holding here, you can simply rest them on your hips. Keep tipping forward. Keep relaxing through the shoulders. One more this way. And then the other, and then slowly, mindfully roll yourself back and give a shake to your legs. Well done. Okay, so we're still in our standing position, and this time if you do find that you are a bit sticky on the mat, step off your mat, because we are going to use a bit of circling with the legs. So the feet are going to be about hip width apart. The shoulders relaxing away, the hands going to find their gentle position on the hips. Allow the breath to come in, and on the other breath, let the knees bend. The knees gently face the left knee is going to face towards the left toes, and let the right leg simply extend out in front of you. Good job. Allow the circle to happen, so circle the right foot back behind you, then bring the leg through, come back to standing. And again, bending the knees, slowly slide the right foot forward, circle the leg around and back, and then bring the foot back, touch down. Go again, sliding the foot forward as you bend your knee, And then try to keep your hips and shoulders square as you circle. Good job. One more time. This time we are going to try and lift knee as you come back to center. So bending those knees, reaching the toes, foot forward, circling the leg behind, and then as you bring the knee in, can you lift back to center? Great job. Hold it here, breathing in, breathing out, and touch down. Walk your legs out, we're going to the other side. So feet hip width apart. Allow the weight to come into the right foot, shoulders back, engage your core. Remember the first one, you bend your knees nice and deep and you get your foot into position. So just extend your left foot out. Circle the leg behind, as big as you can, keeping the hips facing forward. The leg comes just in line with your hip, and then touch. As you come in, put the foot down. And then you go again. So you're going to bend the knee, slowly slide the left leg out, bring the leg behind you, and then circle back. Good. If you can, keep moving continuously. That's great. Keeping that leg bent. If you need to, touch down. One more time. Slowly circle away. So working one hip at a time, being a bit of flexion. This time we pull the knee through and we hold it there. Nice and strong. Breathing in, breathing out, and touch down. Great work. We coming back onto the mat. Into your twist. So feel thinking about bringing the feet together, and then find a bit of rotation in your spine. On your next inhale, arms reaching up towards the ceiling, hips gently pushing back. Bring the palm of your hands together and let the hands land on the outside of your right thigh. So you may come up a little higher if you need to. There is no need to go down too deep. Plant the hand into the outside of your right thigh and then take a little look over towards your right side. On the next inhale, your right hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your inner thighs together, the shoulder blades together. And on the exhale, bring the hands down, look down. Inhale, right hand reaches up towards the ceiling, look up. Exhale, look down, keeping the knees and the feet together. Just have a little check, making sure that the knees are aligned. Two more on this side. I'll show you from the side. So any depth in your hips, belly engaged, so there's no arch in your back. You're definitely feeling the muscles squeezing towards your spine at the top. And then as you relax your hands back and down together, just take a nice reach up and above on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, bring your hands behind you, take a clasp and pull the hands down so you can really open up for the front of the body. Relax your hands. Bend your knees and reach your arms out in front of you. Bring the palm of your hands together again. And then we twist in on the other side. So you're going to let the hands come onto the outside of the left leg. On the inhale, we keep the squeeze in the knees as you reach up. Open the side of the body, breath into the rib cage, breathing out to look down. Remember to try and stay alignment, keeping those knees together. Can you press this left hand into the left thigh? And your aim is to try and turn. So keeping maybe the eye gaze on the hand all the way through. One more. Let the arm reach a little higher on the in-breath. On the out-breath, release the hands down. Take a nice in-breath this time, interlace your fingers and press your hands towards me. Big beautiful breath in to reach the arms up and circle the arms back and down. Taking a little shoulder roll. Great work. Feet hip width apart. You're going to come into your roll downs. The chin is going to tuck towards the chest as you breathe in. And breathing out to start to roll down through the spine. So you allow your hands to either slide down the legs or just hang dangling from the shoulders. Keep the chin tucked in, let the head and the shoulders be heavy as you slowly roll yourself down. Once you find the floor, take a second there, feel the stretch in the back of the legs, releasing your spine, and then on your next out breath, slowly start to roll back up, pulling the belly button in, and then stacking the vertebra one on top of the other, just like building blocks, letting the shoulders come back. You got another 3 like this. You move in your own tempo. If you find that you got a bit of a back pain, it's okay to have a bit of support from the thighs. Otherwise, just try to focus on really letting the shoulders go. So maybe try to circles with those arms, let them be completely weightless, and don't panic if you can't get to the floor. That's okay. You move in your own tempo, so if you're moving a little bit faster, a little bit slower, that's okay. find your own body. Every time you come back to center, you come back to your neutral spine. So I'm going to do one more. You do as many as you feel comfortable with. If you need a bit more time, you can always pause the video and if you do a few extra. At the bottom, complete fold, complete release. Start to get to know your body a little bit more every time. And then as you find your way back up, simply let your arms open up with the chest one more time. Pull the elbows just a little bit behind. And then relax your arms. Let's get down to the floor. So we're going to use the same roll down. Slowly, mindfully making our way back into the floor. Now we're going to bring the knee in a full kneeling position. So the knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath your shoulders. Before we get into our side bends, let's do a few more cat and cows, imitating the same motion. So in the in-breath, the belly gonna come towards the ground and we gently lift the eye gaze, keeping the chin still a bit tucked. And on the out breath, we tuck everything in from the tailbone to the chin and around and separate the shoulder blades away from each other. And we do that again on the in-breath. Really press down through those hands, but there's a softness in the elbows. And on the out breath, there is that pull that creates a C shape in the spine. And then release, let go one more time. Belong in the extension of your spine. And as you flex the spine, pull the tailbone in towards the body and then pull the tailbone right towards the knees. Well done. Let it all go. Okay, final position for your warm-up today is your kneeling. You can face any way that feels comfortable. In your kneeling position, your knees can be together, about hips apart, whatever feels comfortable. Let your shoulders relax back and down. Take a big breath and then slowly lift yourself up so you're going to find your hips above the knees. Taking a big breath in to reach both arms up towards the ceiling. And then let the right hand relax down on your hip and take a nice reach, side bend over to the right side. Breathe in, both arms come back up to the ceiling. Breathe out, left hand on your hip. Take a reach across to the right side. And we keep moving. So we're going to find a little lateral flexion in the spine with this gentle movement. And then every time as you turn, you don't want to push yourself right to the limit. You want to make sure that you feel the space inside your body. And then if you do want a little bit more, instead of holding onto your hips, maybe just reach down towards the knee. You may or may not get to the floor. Keeping the body nice and open, avoiding pulling the shoulder up towards the ear, so make sure you've got a bit of space there. And of course, a little bit of looser arms is absolutely fine if you find any restriction for your upper body. Good, one more. Beautiful work. As you release your arms down, take a shoulder roll. Next time, hinging through the hips, adding a bit of rotation in the shoulders or movement in the shoulders. Next time, hips back as you reach the arms forward. So you've done this in your squats. And then relax your arms back and down. As you push your hips back, sit back about halfway. So there's a little bit of space between your heels and your bottom. And the next time, reach forward. Keep the belly button in, hold it there. And then as you pull your hips back to center, circle the arms back and down. Good. So you're going to push your arms forward, palms facing each other. And then the palms facing down towards the floor as you bring the arms down. Two more. Hips back, squeezing the belly button towards the spine. I'll show you one from the side. So just about halfway. And then release. Good. Now from here, turn the palms out. And then reverse the circle. So you're going to push the hips back as you reach the arms up. And then bring the palms down, facing the floor as you release and come back. So circle reversed. And release. Two more like this. Opening through the front of the body. And then creating a bit of engagement in the back and the core. Good job. Well done. Next time, reach the arms up. Hold it here. If you need to, stay up. And what we're going to do is pull the elbows just about 90 degrees. And then reach the arms back to center. Pull the elbows, reaching the arms. Two more. Breathing in. Breathing out, last one. Pull it, hold it here. and everything back to center, release. Finally finishing a bit of engagement through the side of the body. So as you inhale, reach the arms up, bringing the left hand down onto your left hip and the right fingertips to your to the temple. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale and take a little reach across towards your left side. Alright, now if this one is obviously not engaging your core quite enough, you can reach the hand down towards the floor. And what I like you to do is try and reach the fingertips down towards the floor. So you're going to do 8 on this side. Coming back to center. You got 7 more. Coming back to center. Imagine your body's in between 2 panes of glass. So the right elbow is pulling back, making sure that it's not coming forward. 4 more to go. And every time you come down, think about the top rib coming down towards the hip. And then don't worry if you can't touch the floor. Good, let's do 1 more. Nice work. As you come back, relax your right arm, take a little shoulder roll. Maybe shake the right arm out if you can feel. And then let's do the other side. So reaching up, finding the right hand and the right hip, left fingertips. And just see how you get on with this version. You may just want to stay here, especially if you've got any pain in your back. Otherwise, just reach the hand down. You're going to have 8. Keep breathing into the rib cage, and you want to find your hips square. So when you turn, you may find that your body wants to twist. And make sure you got headlights on the hips, keep them facing forward. Alright, so let's do 4 more. Your aim is to be able to feel the work as you crunch the rib down to the hip, and the stretch on the other side. It's also kind of side bend. Last one. Release back to center, and then relax the arms. Maybe a little shoulder roll, maybe a little shake. Nice work. So that's your warm up for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Just give you a little bit of a change compared to the other warm up that we done. So you can alternate between the 2, and who knows, I might bring you another one. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the next session. Bye bye.